Hey Gators, I'm Harrison.
And I'm James. Welcome back to another edition of Swamp Talk.
To start off, any students who took the PERT test on Tuesday and Wednesday can stop by the Collaboratory Media Center to pick up their scores starting today. Also, if you took the SAT on March 1st during school, the scores are out now.
Next, we'd like to congratulate all the students who competed at state competitions recently.
Our school's theater troupe went to the Florida State Thespian Festival over spring break to compete and earned straight superiors across all 5 events they took, and also represented the entirety of our district in the opening ceremony.
In addition, some of our band students went to the FBA State Solo and Ensemble Festival to compete. They brought back 4 superiors and 1 excellent. Not sure what that means, but we're sure are proud of you.
Congratulations to all of our incredibly talented Gators.
Alex and Abby put together a segment about what people did over spring break. Let's get into that.
Spring break just passed, and over the week off, many went to the beach, maybe even traveled and even slept. But let's dive into what some of the students here at Linda Lake spent their break off doing.
Hi, I'm Naima, and over my spring break, I took it as a self-help week. So I was focused on meditation and reading about mindfulness and psychology and just bettering myself as a whole.
Hi, I'm Sarah, and I went to Busch Gardens and sleep a lot.
My name is Xavier Davenport, and I went on a cruise, and then after I went on that cruise, I slept in my bed and ate a whole lot of food, got fat, and then came back here.
My name is Mr. Castillo, and for spring break, I just did a bunch of kayaking with my friends and my family.
Hi, I'm Lexi, and over break, I went to state's competition and got excellent.
Hi, I'm Casey, and over spring break, I did my hair and slept.
I'm Grayson, and over spring break, I went to St. Pete, and I swam at the beach and went to the mall.
Hi, I'm Lainey, and me and Grayson had a seance and summoned this ghost named Samantha.
Spring break, am I right? Thanks, guys.
Our school recently recognized the class of 2023's valedictorians. Congratulations to Lily X, who's this year's IB valedictorian. Also, congratulations to Caitlin D and Ashley B for being traditional valedictorian. You guys are really smart. Here's Phoebe and Natasha with this week's Women's History Month segment.
What's up, Gators? As you probably know, it's National Women's History Month.
So today we're here to talk about some important women in history.
Oprah Winfrey was the first Black female billionaire, and she provided significant assistance to multiple schools, including Chicago public schools. She's also funded battered women's shelters and campaigns to catch child abusers. She's also a daytime Emmy Award-winning talk show host, and in 1994 was inducted into the Television Hall of Fame.
In 2014, when only 17, Malala Yousafzai became the youngest person to be awarded a Nobel Prize. She is a human rights activist, especially in women and children's education in her homeland, Pakistan. Her advocacy has become an international movement. At the age of 15, Malala was shot as an assassination attempt, but survived and moved on to make a difference.
Ann Daniels was one of the first women to reach the North and South Pole as a part of an all-women's team without professional guides. She's now a polar Arctic guide and a leader of 4 major scientific Arctic surveys, and she won a Pride of Britain award.
Thanks, you two.
Are you interested in taking dual enrollment courses next year? If so, our counselors and PHC advisors will be hosting a dual enrollment informational meeting night for both students and parents on March 30th.
The meeting will take place in Commons from 5:30 p.m. to 6:30. Be sure to attend if you have any questions or would like more information on our DE program.
Here's Nick and Ben with news around the world.
What's good, Gators? I'm Ben, and welcome to another edition of News Around the World. First up in the news, early in the month, our nation fell into a small crisis when in Silicon Valley, the 16th largest bank in the nation happened to crash due to the bank investing their money in bonds. In response to the actions of the bank, many people pulled their money out of the bank, causing it to crash and other smaller banks around the nation to collapse as well. The situation is now under control and the government is promising people their money back. Secondly, recent riots, protests, and strikes have burst out in France due to the president's pension changes of retirement age from 62 to 64. Many people are outraged because the president forced the bill to pass without proper approval from the rest of the government. Local authorities are desperately trying to control the riots and protests, but they are rapidly growing in popularity. Finally, New Zealand is implementing a new program to help people ages 12 to 24 recover and move on from past relationships. They plan to spend $4 million, and they believe it will help with the overall mental health of the community. They also hope it will help with sexual and family violence incidents that are slowly rising. That's all we have for today, Gators. Now back to the anchors.
That was very informing, guys. I finally know what's going on around the world.
And finally, Logan put together a segment about introverts. Let's go to that.
Morning, Gators. It's Natural Introverts Month. I wanted to talk about introverts very quick. An introvert is a person who usually keeps to themselves, not usually going out of their way to talk to people. An introvert might like to work in groups or just be by themselves all the time. Now, some famous celebrities that are introverts are such as Elon Musk. Did you know that he's an introvert? Did you know that Tom Hanks is an introvert? Did you know that Mark Zuckerberg is an introvert? What about Bill Gates? Try that one on for size. What about Oprah? She's an introvert too. Despite all the interviews and going on movies and stuff that these people have done, they're an introvert. They prefer to be alone. Now, being an introvert does not limit your social capability. You still have the capability to be a great socially active person. Let's say you went to a party. An introvert will usually be shy or maybe like sitting in a corner or maybe like sitting down, not really hanging out with a group of people or socializing. Now, that doesn't mean that they won't socialize. They might gather up the courage to. Being an introvert does not limit your social interaction. And being an introvert doesn't impact anything. That's just your personality. If you feel you don't know, here's a few questions you can ask right here. If you answered more in the column A, you're an introvert. If you answered more in the column B, you're an extrovert. That's all I got for you today, and I'll see you in the next one.
Thanks, Logan. That's all for today, Gators.
Stay classy, Land O'Lakes High School, and tune in next week for another edition of Swamp Talk.